Разрешите представить вашему вниманию доклад
Let me
«Bisphosphonated».
present you the bisphosphonated bisphosphonates as a novel, promising anti-cancer drugs. Currently, chemotherapy of tumor. There is a new class of compounds on the basis of on the platinum-based compounds. It says platin, carboplatin, oxaliplatin. So they show a high anti-activity, and they also disadvantages toxicity for non-selective action and affect both sound and malignant cells. Habituation to their of all the organisms to them. So secretion of new anti-tumor compounds is to increase the activity, anti-tumor activity and low toxicity. So therefore they search for more active and less toxic drugs based on the other platinum metals. And the metal platinum group is the palladium compounds because they have a low toxicity. And the second is the modification this compound of metal with molecules ligands which show biological activity and help to select ligand. We select non-phosphonic exits. This slide shows non-phosphones. Makes it that using medicine to treat bone diseases. So they contain only two phosphone groups near one carbon atom that allow to bind with the bond matrix, the main physiological non-phosphone exits. Bisphosphonates. So they're used for osteoporosis and Paget disease. Anti-reabsorption activity of the bisphosphonates depends on the chemical composition. There are three bisphosphonates with no carbon atom. The second generation is more active exit. They contain carbon atom as part of the amino group, and third generation heterocyclical nitrogen containing bisphosphonates. The side effect is the metastasis into the bone tissue, so bisphosphonates are included in the complex treatment of oncology with the mechanism of action of bisphosphonates is similar. Penetration to the bone tissue inhibiting osteoclast that leads to absorption of bone tissue and prevention of pathological calcination, calcification, inhibition of tumor cell adhesion. The purpose of is to palladium, which has cytotoxic metal complex compound, to create a potential anti-cancer drug. The objectives was studying the interaction between key and bisphosphonic acids in solutions containing a physiological concentration of chlorine anions. Determine the composition, structures, and stability of the complexes formed in the solution. Construction diagrams of the equilibrium concentration distribution is a function of a solution pH for complexes of different composition. Also, synthesis and isolation of the complex bisphosphonates in crystalline state and determination of their structure by X-ray structural analysis. So, biological education of bisphosphonates, determining cytotoxicity on cells on different tumors in vitro, determining the toxicity of palladium bisphosphonates in vivo, and establishing the dependence on the biological activity of palladium bisphosphonates. This slide shows the formulation of bisphosphonates that included bisphosphonates with applied in the medicine and alpha bisphosphonates, alpha amount bisphosphonates that were synthesized and studied by us for the first time. So bisphosphonates can be separated into three groups. The first group includes bisphosphonates non-containing donor nitrogen atom. Second group comprised the amino bisphosphonates. A third coordination is observed in the complex with the electron spectroscopy, EMES, pH potentiometry. Based on the results obtained, we established that these bisphosphonates comprising the first group create equimolar complex coordination of two phosphonates group. Two other groups in the coordination group was occupied by chlorine atoms, alpha amino bisphonates, equimolar in both and non-ligand. When calculation of ligands, amino group, oxygen. In terms of electron complex, this electron exit, we observe the monodental coordination of ligand by the unit. Based on the constant received, we build diagrams, distribution diagrams, depending on the pH. It's allowed to determine the pH close to the physiological for bisphosphonates, comprising the first group enzyledron acid, denominating the complex of equimolar composition, because alpha amino diphosphonate and bis ligands composition. This type of coordination was supported by the method EMES spectroscopy. Hello. Hello. Я сейчас на работе, извините. So it's support coordination with the electronical exit by the same time phosphonate groups didn't participate, don't accept her interaction. We get the solid state based using the X-ray structure analysis. We identified the square structure. We established this method of coordination with nitrogen donor atom. Quite interesting was the dependence on the biological properties depending on their composition. We studied direct cytotoxic effect. LD50 is the dosage that is required to kill 50% of the animals, of the test animals. So based on IC50, the palladium complex will be bisphosphonated acid on different tumor cell cultures. The anti-tumor activity is 2 times less than the cisplatin, or the toxicity is 3 times less. The analysis of the amount of AC50 for bisphosphonates of various type of structure. The most active are the complex of palladium bisphosphonates, or the first group that are coordinated by two oxygen atoms of the bisphosphonate group. Lesser anti-tumor activity showed by all bis ligand composition. The analysis of the amount of LD50 shows that the complex of bisphonates of the first group possess the less toxicity. The nephrotoxicity of the palladium complex was by the amount TMH taurinate in the blood serum. In the table shows that in the injection cisplatin cause the increase of creatinine and urinate in the blood serum compared to the intact animals. The complex of palladium doesn't return any change. They didn't which shows low nephrotoxicity of bisphosphonates. In addition, the accumulation of bisphosphonates of palladium in the bone tissue, injection of the toxicity of bisphosphonates, low nephrotoxicity, it can be viewed as a method of direct addressing of to the bone tissue through the coordination of bisphosphonates with bone matrix. In case of zildjian and palladium complexes, we observe the mass of tumor in treatment of mice, sarcoma 180. The toxicity activity of the bisphosphonates has been revealed. Let's see, toxicity of bisphosphonates, low nephrotoxicity, inhibition of circuits with a pyramidric have the most promising in the creation of anti-cancer drugs. Our plans for the future to modify bisphosphonates cases with active drugs, anti-cancer drug, alkylating type, bis-2-chlorethylamine, ethylamine derivatives, nitrosurous derivatives for obtaining bisphosphonates with higher toxicity. Synthesis and investigate complex metal of palladium with new but modified bisphosphonic acid. Synthesis and investigate the palladium calcium containing complexes with this same acid. The synthesis of the investigate palladium magnesium containing complexes with the same acids. Thank you for your attention. Any questions? So what's the relation of your report to the name of our? I think this complex have a nano size. The synthesized complexes of palladium with a number of bisphosphonic acids contain nanopores that suppose in addition to structure, there were no measurements of nano size. There are just several publications studying the platinum complexes, not with bisphosphonate, but with phosphonic acids. Phosphonates, they show the availability of anti-cancer activity on the level of cisplatin. Any questions? Thank you.